Quick Trip to Heaven. Day One Journey, episode 1657. Let's go. So this is what I did today. Quick Trip to Heaven. Inside the book. Subtitle: Connect to the best version of yourself. So I listened to him with the guidance. I think it was just only 3 minutes. He started with imagine entering a time machine and traveling forward to meet the most radiantly alive version of yourself you can possibly imagine. Can't say that I was really there in the moment, like actually traveling and actually meeting. I did do a different exercise, not an exercise, a guided meditation. I woke up with a power shower at 12. Well, it was a bit later because of the alarm. But so this is guided meditation I used to do every day for like maybe half a year, like 7 years ago. And then I kind of met the best version of myself. I met him on on the beach. Quite nice, and I have a visual. And I was in the Maldives Islands, so I kind of have a nice. You walk inside the garden, and then you kind of see him. So I kind of had that. So I kind of met him. So this is usually an exercise that I was doing every day. It's a guided meditation in the morning. Years ago. Best version of yourself versus the difference between best version of yourself. You're connected to, not best version of yourself versus. Okay, so that's the interesting part of the exercise, because you have quick trip to heaven, then quick trip to hell. There's, the future can be two. Yeah. There's two paths. Whether you actually fulfill your goals, dreams, ambitions, and step into the best versions of yourself, or not, pain and pleasure. You need to understand the other option, of you not following through with your priorities, with your commitments and everything. So the best version of you is the kind of you, maybe a few years from now, and the most alive and following through with your commitments, your principles, and your maybe. So this is the kind of the best version of yourself. You can title it a different way, but it's you after you. It's not just your future self. It's your future self after you being true to yourself. We want to be, most radiantly alive version of yourself. So I see myself like after, so he offers you to think about maybe a moment just after you won something, or if you got something. It doesn't have to be, so you can kind of play with it. So okay, and then you have several questions. One, what does it feel like to be in their presence? 2, imagine that you had only 1 minute with them. What wisdom do they share with you? Imagine that they will, this is nice. This is where I actually wrote. Imagine what they could only tell you. Imagine that they could only tell you one thing. What would that be? So this is the kind of an exercise. So I started writing. I can put myself in the position of what would they tell me without actually being there and then telling you. So this is also like part of the exercise. First question I kind of answered afterwards. Being next to the best version of me, how does it feel? I wrote positive energy. Anything is possible. It feels inspiring. I feel confidence, calm, quiet, self-worth, self-awareness. Like I'm watching him, I see how he's deliberate. He knows what he's doing. Is and yet very calm, very quiet. Doesn't speak much. So this is kind of how does it feel? Yeah. Now, so what did they say to me? So I was quite specific here. Yeah. So this is what I wrote. So this is what they say to me. Whatever you see that I've accomplished, because they accomplish things, I see them with the body, with the flexibility, with everything. Yeah. So whatever you can see that I've accomplished is based on set of skills that I or we developed. It's all about communication, energy, and focus. It's about focusing your energy on developing these skills every day. And the skills linger to one another. Yeah. So he focuses, so he reminds me, focus and energy. More focus, you'll have more energy because you'll focus on things that matter to you. So you'll sleep more, so you have more energy. You have more energy, you also have more focus because, doing meditation requires energy. So this focus and energy is two ways, yeah. Which is so, and all of them is kind of skills, Meditating is an actual skill. Practicing the skill requires energy. So it's kind of this energy and focus always interleaved, yeah. It's about practicing it every single day because it's a skill. It's something you can get better at. Being able to focus requires energy, yeah. And focusing on the more important things will help me to have overall more energy. Or in other words, just killed one here. Okay. So, or in other words, more focus on the important things for you, which includes cutting off the things that don't help you, gives you more energy. So just summarizing, whatever you see that I have right now, it's the best version of me, whatever you see that I have right now is a result or was accomplished based on set of skills that we developed. And we develop them every day. Like every skill we need to give it the gift of our attention every day. Every day we get better every day. Most of the skills are about energy and focus. Most of the skills, especially the key skills that affect all the others. So this is it. This is what he tells me. And maybe one sentence, maybe one step at a time. He also tell me celebrate your small wins. Small in brackets, not necessarily that small, but celebrate your daily wins probably. And he also reminds me that I know what I want. That's it.